Hey there guys, welcome. You're at the Thrifty Journal Shop. My name is Amber. If you are new to my channel, hello, I'm so happy you stopped by today. And for all of you awesome people that keep coming back, you guys are cool. Thank you so much. All right, so today I thought I would share a really fun, easy art practice, I'm gonna call it. And I can't take the credit for it. I follow Terry Runyon. I have talked about her before. I actually found her through another creator, and I've talked about her before too. Hazy over at Hazy Crazy Crafts, I think is the name of her YouTube channel. I'll link everything down below. But Terry Runyon has a YouTube channel. I think she's more popular on Instagram. I'll leave her Instagram link also. But she had this practice of just or exercise doing like blobby watercolor birds. She does a lot of really cool things with cats too. So I've gotten a lot of inspiration from her. I just love watching her. But she had these birds and they're so easy. I just think they're really fun to do. And if you are not a drawer, this is like the perfect exercise. I share my fodder or my drawings with you guys just because I enjoy drawing and I try to practice my drawing techniques. And I am by no means a professional. I just like to share to show you that you can do really basic stuff and make it cute and whimsical, and that really it just takes practice, that there is no perfection here and no judgment. We're just having fun. I've done a couple different styles of the blobby birds or using a couple different materials. So Terry Runyon, she does a lot of just watercolor. So these are watercolor birds. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. So the one thing with these birds though is that it's much easier if you just do them on the paper that you're going to use versus trying to cut them out, because when you're trying to cut out their little fine-tuned hair or their feet, it becomes sort of difficult. So I'm going to show you a few different ones that I've done, and then I'm just going to do some on camera and show you just how easy they are to do and how fun they are. So this is watercolor paper and just using watercolors. So I made these. This was my first attempt. And then I made some using my acrylic paint pens. And I'm going to talk art supplies really quick here because I've had a few people ask me what I use. I'm not affiliated with anything. I have an Amazon link, but I never really use it. So most of the stuff that I have that I'm going to show you, I got off of Amazon. If you're not into Amazon, I totally get it. I use Amazon sometimes because I'm like 45 minutes out from Hobby Lobby, and that's like the closest craft store besides the Dollar General for me. I'm going to just give my opinion if you're looking to get some like marker paint pens and what I actually like the best. So I've got Poscas, and at first I really liked the Poscas, but now I'm just really not so sure. These are the wider tip. Yeah, those ones. Can you read that? And the thing about these is that I feel like they bleed a lot. You don't get the finest tip, but these are a bigger tip. So these are not my favorite. And for as pricey as these are, I'm sorry, I just don't really think they're worth it. So I've got the Poscas. I've got these, and I really like these. I think I don't even know how many I got in here because some of these, and the thing with the Poscas too is that you just sort of get with this set, I think I got 8. And you just kind of get like the 8 basic colors. So you don't get like a wide variety. Of these, I don't know. There's probably 30 some with these artist row. I think that's how you say it. I like this because you've got like 2 different tips. So you have sort of a brush tip. You can see that if it's going to focus. And then you've got this tip. And I use both of the tips. So I really like these, and these were not that pricey. I did order some more Poscas. Now these are the finer tipped ones. I like these better, but they're still not my favorite. And the reason why I got these was because I think I got oh, I don't know if there was 12 in the pack or 10, but these were really on sale. It was like a Black Friday deal. That's the only reason why I really got them. So these are okay. But then I have these Sharpies. I love these Sharpies. And I saw Nicole from Relax Cut Glue talk about these. I really like these. And these were pretty inexpensive. I think I got these on sale. So I would definitely order more Sharpies. Then I have these. And these were really inexpensive. And I love these too. So you've got this tip. And then you've got the fine tip there. And I'm not sure how many. I kind of keep them in this recycled coffee can here. Yeah, 20 some probably. So these are some of the marker or acrylic paint pens I like to use. And then I have just straight up Crayola markers that work really great too. And I really like using my colored pencils to do the mark making. But for like all these little doohickeys and the wings and stuff, I use these. And they're Mr. Pen. And I got these off of Amazon too. And I really like these. The thing with these though, you got to be careful. You want to make sure that the paint is dry because it will mess your tip up. Like I think I mentioned before, my black one is done. But these were pretty inexpensive too, and I really like these. I would order these again. And then my watercolors are just cheap watercolors for the moment. I've got a couple sets. I think one set I got at Hobby Lobby years ago, and the other set is from Amazon. So I just thought I would share that with you. These are some of the other blobby birds I did. You make a body, a head, and a tail first, and you let it dry. And then you go back and you add the wings. I'm going to show you. And then the hair, and you kind of decorate them up. This is one of my art journals. I know I have some in here. Yep. Here's another little one I did. And like for these, I cut them out and then I just drew on some extra hair and extra legs. So you could do that if you wanted to cut them out. So they're just like goofy birds. I love these too. These are more acrylic ones. And you can just sit down at night and just, you know, doodle, make all different kinds of shapes. I've got the little guys in there too. I tried to do some blobby cats the same way. They didn't turn out as great, but maybe I just need to play around some more. And there's some more. And these are all using my acrylic paint pens because I can kind of just sit down at night and pull them out and play around with them. And I think I have a few more here. Yes, I had these, and I'll show the video that I had put these in my trashy journal. This is my trashy art journal, and I cut these guys out of the watercolor paper. So yeah, it was a little difficult to cut their hair out, so I added a little more hair there. This is watercolor. And then these are my latest edition. I just did these the other night, and you know, this is just the back of a paper sack. So you don't need expensive papers, guys. You can just use, you know, what you have. You don't have to do watercolor. You could just do, you know, acrylic paint pens, and maybe I'll show you how to do those too, or we can maybe do a few. You know, in this art journal that I have here, this is all just paper sacks in here and some junk mail. And I'm in love with this journal. It's just so much fun to work in. So I think when this one's full, I think I'll make another one with you guys on camera and just show you how easy it is to just create like a recycled art journal, and that you can just journal on pretty much any style paper. And it's really kind of fun to play around with different materials. Okay, so first we're going to do the watercolor ones. I'm going to show you how easy that is, and then maybe we'll do a couple acrylic paint pen ones too. All right, so I'm just going to use this watercolor paper. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's 140 pound, and I am just going to tear out one sheet of it. And I've got my brushes and my watercolors, and you can play around with different techniques. I'm just going to spray some of my watercolors a little bit with water. Okay, so what I do is you're not overthinking it. It's kind of like with my cats. You're basically just giving a head, and you can make any kind of style shaped head. You're basically just giving shapes. And then you're giving a body. Well, some of these colors might run here. Soak my paints a little bit. And then you're going to give a tail. And the tail, you can do whatever kind of tail you want. I'm going to have the tail go out to the side here. It's as simple as that. Got these paints pretty wet, which is okay. I like when they sort of run into each other. You want to leave enough space for their legs and the top there, because if you're going to give them hair, I'm going to make a few little ones here. All right, I'm going to let these dry, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what the next step is. But if you've got acrylic markers, paint pens, regular Crayola markers, if you've got colored pencils, you could even use crayons. I'm going to show you how I make the other ones while these ones dry. And I'm just going to pick a page in my art journal that I have here, the paper bag journal. Same kind of concept. I'm just going to draw a head. Some type of body. Yeah, see, that's these. I really do like these. And then some type of tail. You can make the heads goofy shaped. Make them blobby. You could use your acrylic paints with these too, and a paintbrush. All right, because these markers usually dry pretty quick, I'm going to go ahead and put wings on them. So the same thing with the wings. You can, give the bird a side wing. We're going to give him a side wing. And shape it a bit. I'm going to give him some front wings. So just more shapes. They can be funky shapes. These are definitely blobby birds. This would be like a really fun activity. I think I posted these on Instagram. I had someone respond about doing them with their grandkids. Okay, now you want to make sure everything's dry before you start doing faces and things like that. So I'm going to do the hair and the legs, and you can take a marker. Here is just a Crayola marker. I'm going to show you can just use like basic markers, and I'm just going to give them some curly cues. This is brown. I don't know if my black one is working. Yeah, we'll use the black. And some little legs. Got him a little close to the bottom, but that's okay. Okay, so now they have hair. They've got legs. I like to give them white eyes. So I am going to use my Posca. I'm going to give him just one. I mean, he's going to have a side eye. Okay, and now we'll give him some beaks. I'm going to use the black marker, or you can use, a black colored pencil. That will work great, or a black pen. Doesn't have to be one of these, fine tip pens. It'd just be any normal black pen would work. I think my black is shot, yes. I use my blue here. And I just give a little triangle beak. Same thing with this guy on the side here. I like to give these guys like a fatter beak. You could give orange beaks if you want. I like to do black and blue just because they show up a little bit better. I'm going to wait on the eyeballs. And then sometimes till the very end, I like to just kind of outline the wings. You could outline the body and the head and all of that if you want. And then I go through and I add just some little doodles. Looks like he's got feathers. You can use different colors. I like to give them a little bit of some little rings here along their neck. And then what Terry would do was she was always giving them cheeks. So little pink cheeks. This guy's got pink cheeks, so they have them a little red cheeks. You know, and then you can just doodle as much as you want. You can go back and add. I've put little hearts, little different doodles. So guys, these are super fun and really easy. And I know it might seem like really childlike, which it is, which I think is really part of the fun. It's carefree. It brings you back to when art was just simple and fun and free. I don't know, there's something about this exercise you should try. And I think you can just like play around with all different kinds of shapes and make some really silly birds and doodle and just have fun. And if you've got grandkids or children, I mean, this would be like something really cool to do with them. I do a lot of this kind of thing at night. And you can also do the eyes like a closed kind of eye. You can just play around. Okay, next up is the watercolor birds. All right, the watercolor is dry. And for the watercolor birds, I do like to use my pens for these just to do all the markings on here. And I'll probably use my acrylic paint pens for the eyes. So same concept. Might give him a sleepy eye. Him too. I forgot about their wings. But instead of doing the watercolor again, I'm just going to use my marker pens. That way I don't have to worry about smearing it and waiting for it to dry, just for the demonstration purposes of this video. So after this would dry, if you wanted to do watercolored wings, then add the wings and then go back after everything's dry and do the eyes and all the doodles and things like that, just to make sure everything's dry so you're not smearing anything. But it just goes to show that you can just mix it up, you know, add different, play around with your supplies. You could do this with just crayons and colored pencils. You don't need marker pens and you don't need watercolors. Although I recommend the watercolor because that is kind of fun to do. Well, this guy is just kind of goofy. His tail is off to the side. I don't even know where his legs are going to go. He's an interesting bird here. I don't know what I was thinking there, but that doesn't look right. Bird looks a little disturbing, so I might end up cutting him out anyway. We'll just cover that up. Okay guys, I'm back with the silly birds. Just did some more doodling, added some hearts, just finessed the hair, fixed this little guy here. His tail was going in the wrong direction. Yeah, so just having fun with watercolors and pens and markers. So that is this one. And then there are some of the acrylic ones. And here's some more that I did just all different kinds of shapes. This is on some back of some wallpaper. So wallpaper is a great thing. You can just use junk mail. I mean, these are paper sacks. I like these too. And I added some different book pages there. I like all the little ones too. All right, well, I hope this gave you guys some inspiration to just play around and have fun and be free and play like a kid. I'd be curious to know if you try this. Please leave me a comment down below. I hope that you find some sun today. The sun is coming in and out today. It is beautiful. And I hope you find some time to create some blobby, whimsical, fun birds. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching.